pure childhood. All the children at school had a small kitchen at home. I had a big one. On Sundays, my mother's restaurant was a very, very busy place. 6 or 7 people cooking. Inside, my uncle was the expediter, calling for this and that dish to be carried away into the beer garden for Sunday lunch, Bavarian style. In the kitchen, there were all important people, all dressed in white, with white hats. They were in command, especially the head chef, a very important and powerful man. Everyone did exactly as he said, and if not, tended to throw things at them. I was 6. I went inside the kitchen. It was the Sunday rush hour. The head chef looked at me and screamed, "Get out! I want something to eat." He grabbed the roast chicken from one of the big butcher's blocks. It was a spit roasted chicken. Instead of putting it onto the plate, he just grabbed the chicken and threw it at me. I stopped going in. At the age of 10, I was allowed to assist. The kitchen was always a holy place to me. Magical. Inside were powerful men. One man especially. The roasts on Sunday were always served with a small side salad. And the salad station was always manned by an old lady. She gave me my first white apron. She said, "Get it on." And then she showed me how to do my first salad. I made 200 salads on my first day. Bavarians love this salad. It is so good. In the kitchen you have a hierarchy. You work your way from the cold to the warm to the hot. At last I was allowed the next challenge. To cook green beans with bacon. The garnish for the fish dish. The bacon has to become crisp. The onions buttery soft. The green beans have to have a slight, delicious, buttery taste. Then the seasoning with a special German herb called summer savory. Salt, pepper, nutmeg. If I make green beans nowadays, I always do it that way. It's pure childhood. Well, after my first attempt, the head chef said, "I will not serve that." Bacon was not crisp, the onion was raw, no flavor at all. The head chef showed me the first time how to do it. Yeah, good. I did not want to disappoint him again. He was a chef with a good portion of temper. Like my uncle. You could see that he enjoyed his food. Big man, big belly, a big neck, big hand. He was a trained butcher as well. He was big, powerful, and very, very dominant. Though not a man of many words. Food has to be good, he would say. Or you have to cook what people like to eat. In the kitchen sometimes he would take a soup ladle, bang on the railing of the stove, silence. Nobody's talking anymore, and the work was done. One day my mother allowed me to make gnocchi, Bavarian style. For this you need understanding. Flour, water, but most of all the process, the mixing. So she told me to do it. I watched it, and then she said, take 30 eggs, 2 kilo flour, half a liter of water, and then you have to beat the dough with your flat hand until either the dough blisters or your hand blisters. Quite a job for a 12-year-old boy. Our pub was a Bavarian beer garden. The Rotisee was outside and manned by the head chef. I got to go between him and the kitchen, carrying big buckets full of roasted pork knuckles stuck in goose. I started to assist, cutting the roads, cutting the meats, reeling the meats, the higher tasks. Back then I never applied for an apprenticeship. The mechanic who serviced as well the fridges at the hotel in Munich. So one day I was taken for an interview. I saw the big, tremendous kitchen and was blown away. 3 weeks later, I received a letter from the hotel in Munich. My mother gave it to me. She asked me, "Do you want me to open it?" I said, "No, I will open it." I had been accepted. Next day, head chef came in to me, to the kitchen, clapped me on the shoulder. I felt so proud to be recognized. Sometime later, he took me to Munich to buy my first set of chef's knives. Chef's knives shall be long, heavy, sharp as razor blades. I still have those knives and that steel to sharpen them. With a good quality knife, you can work exactly. In order to prepare good food, you have to work exactly. So there I was just 16. I was an apprentice. I had my knives. And most of all, I had the recognition of the head chef. That was my end of childhood and the beginning of manhood.